What's up, guys? It's your boy Justin here with another X-Men month review. Today we're reviewing the 2011 graphic novel X-Men First to Last, which is written by Christopher Yost. Not I, uh, and his boy is missing. Craig Kyle, what happened to your boy, Christopher Yost? Did he go off to make crappy TV shows like the Cowboy Bebop Netflix show? I don't know. Or was it you? I don't remember. Yeah, so this is drawn by Paco Medina. And this collects X-Men Giant Size issue number 1 and X-Men issues 12 through 15, which I think, I could be wrong, but I think this takes place after Victor Gischler run, which I really like that run, but they only put out like I think he only put out 2 volumes because they canceled them, because you can't have happy and fun X-Men comics in the modern day. You have to have dark and depressing, which it goes back to dark and depressing X-Men comics. So this X-Men book is basically they not only do they kind of rip off the John Byrne Justice League book by what's it called? That was then. That was now. This is then, or something like that. I reviewed it on the channel. You can find it, right? That was drawn by John Byrne. That wasn't written by John Byrne. I think Roger Stern wrote that. But like this pretty much has the same kind of premise where the story cuts back from the present to the past, where our X-Men characters are dealing with a threat, right? Which the book starts off with Utopia being attacked by the Neos, which are like a variant of the mutants who want to wipe out who don't want to wipe out mutants, but are, like, attacking mutants because the Neos are going extinct, and the mutants are coming back, and they're like from M Day or whatever it was called, when Wanda Maximoff stopped mutants from being born, right? So they're coming back from that, and the Neos are like, what the hell? This is BS, right? Only for like the evolutionaries to show up and wipe out all the Neos, which these are the evolutionaries, right? Which they're basically primates who, thanks to an Eternal called Phastos, evolve are like highly advanced beings that go around protecting the evolutionary chain, and right. So here you have the cameo by the Eternals, right? And it turns out that when the X-Men were first founded, back when they had the Doom Patrol ripoff costumes, they dealt with the evolutionaries back then who wanted to wipe out humanity, right? But the X-Men that in the past stopped them, right? But they had their minds wiped by the evolutionaries, right? And but like Jean Grey did a thing where if the evolutionaries returned, Scott Summers would remember, right? So apparently Emma Frost was there too, right? So our characters have to stop the evolutionaries from like wiping out humanity, and the evolutionaries want to kill Cyclops because he's such a screw up as the leader of mutant kind, right? Like I said, it cuts from the present to the past, right, when they had to deal with it, right? Deal with this BS, right? Which Paco Medina, Paco Medina, I like his art. Which there's like 2 different artists who worked on this book, because like the scenes where the scenes where in there in the past are drawn by different artists, right? Which I'll put in the description, right? So which I thought it was weird that even like teenage Cyclops was still uptight. Everybody else on the back in the past were like acting like, you know, teenagers pretty much, and he was still like an uptight dude back then, which is like, what the hell. By the way, here's the thing where they show that Emma Frost used to be not hot, right? So yeah, which is I hate when they do that to Emma Frost, man. Like Emma Frost probably, yeah, she's very vain, glorious or whatever, but like, yeah, I don't think she's in love with Scott. She wouldn't, like, you know, hide her true appearance. I don't think, right? It makes sense in Old Man Logan, for when she was married to like Doctor Doom, that she would be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna pretend to be an eternal hot chick, even though she's an old lady at that point. That makes sense, right? But like here, I don't know, right? So here's Fastos, yeah. Which I don't remember this character in the original Eternals run by Jack Kirby. Was he actually there? Someone let me know. Right. So yeah, I'll just go with my likes and dislikes for the book. Despite the fact that I don't like, I like the Victor Gischler run, and this took over it and made it back to dark, depressing BS. It was still a good book, right? Even though it wasn't entirely original, that's fine. You sometimes, like, some of the best like comic books were rip-offs of, like, you know, movies, right? And this movie like also ripped off 2001: A Space Odyssey, right? Which, like, yeah, even Chris Claremont like would rip off like movies like Terminator and Alien, not realizing, hey, those movies are gonna be popular someday, buddy. Right. So yeah, this book was a solid read. If you can get it for cheap, you know, I would say it's worth reading. I would give it like a solid, you know, 6.5 out of 10. I probably wouldn't reread this, but, you know, I liked the book was decent, right? And I like that, you know, Cyclops was the main character, which Cyclops, you know, should be the main character. If you're a Wolverine fan, they don't really use Wolverine that much, right? Yeah. So for my next X-Men month review, I'm gonna try to read this with it by I'll if I don't post this review by this weekend, I'll review something else. But yeah, I'm gonna try to read this bad boy. All right, guys, peace.